A statement made by former President Mahinda Rajapaksa in the presence of foreign correspondents in Sri Lanka has drawn strong reactions from various spheres.
Why did the people reject him? We are aware of the issues regarding democracy. Journalists are aware of the issues relating to media freedom. There is large-scale fraud and corruption that took place. Basil Rajapaksa was acting as a super minister. The fear of such a position came about back then. There were super parliamentarians like his son, while he acted like a super president. We were also able to witness a super first lady. Overall, the country was being run by the first family. There was no institution in the country that was not affiliated with this government. Be it government, non-government or semi-government, they were entirely ruled by one family. All these institutions were being run by either his wife, his sons, his close associate or his lovers. What corrections has he made? Has he confessed about what he did? How can he go before the public in 2017? How can he send parliamentarians? He is free and out in the open because of delays in nabbing those responsible for theft and the delay in implementing judicial proceedings. He is daydreaming. Everyone knows the bad things that can happen when you feed a serpent. We hope that the president would understand this and make a decision. He does not remember things. He says, do not attack demonstrations. He is trying to act like a saint. He does not remember shooting the protesters in Ratapaswala and Katunayaka. He is preaching to the nation as if he came from outer space. The opportunity of establishing a government comes only after achieving victory at the next parliamentary elections, which will take place in 2020. There is no obstruction to work cordially with the president. The president has not made such a proposal. However, who governs the country? Who makes the final decision on the Prime Minister and the government? These decisions are in the hands of the president and the parliamentarians. Though the president curtailed his power, those powers have not been curtailed. The former president had said that he will topple the government next year. He says he will form a government with the incumbent president. This is hilarious. We have no need to go back to the white van era. People lived in fear during that time. Could you speak a word against the Rajapaksa family back then? There was the white van menace where people were snatched in white vans. Journalists like Lasantha Vikramatunga were assassinated. Persons like Poddala Jayantha were beaten up and forced to flee the country. In Hambantota, a Russian woman was gang raped and her partner, Englishman Khurram Sheikh, was hacked to death by the former chairman of the Pradeshya Sabha. This was the era that we lived in. The people decided to change it and gave their mandate. Mahinda Rajapaksa says that he will build a government in 2017. I do not believe that the people of the country want to go back to such an era.
The person who spoke ill and betrayed the president at temples has told the foreign correspondents that he is open to working together with President Maithripala Sirisena. We cannot trust a statement made by former President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Why? When he took one step forward, his associates who are always around him insulted the president. They tried to pull him down. In politics, there is no eternal governance. That is why the former president is saying that he is ready to work with President Maithripala Sirisena. We are completely aware that President Maithripala Sirisena will never appoint the former president as his prime minister or grant any other portfolio. How many MPs does Mahinda Rajapaksa have with him? Less than 50. Therefore, he will require the support of another 75 MPs to build a team of 113. Where will he get that number from? There are two ways to accomplish this. He could bait them with money. He has money from what he looted in the past. Will he follow the process? Or he has to obtain the votes at an election. There is no election in the horizon, so this is simply a stunt to please his party members. We should not panic because of this. President Maithripala Sirisena is the executive president. Will he be kicked out? How will Mahinda Rajapaksa regain power? He must first think as to what happened to his power. Why does he want to regain power? He is wise before obtaining power and loses his mind thereafter. This can be a deal reached with Ranil to remove the governance of Maithripala.
Mahinda Rajapaksa has told newspapers that he is ready to work with the president.
We agree and we hope that he does join in force. The former president is a member of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. He entered parliament through the SLFP. I do not think he will ever leave the SLFP.
ශ්‍රී ලංකා නිදහස්පක්ෂය දාලා යන්නේ නැහැ එතුමා.
But the Rajapaksa family will come along as well.
පවුලේ කතාව.
This has nothing to do with the family. This is about Mahinda Rajapaksa. We have no issue.
අපිට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ.
Will the former president be appointed to a position in the Sri Lanka Freedom Party?
පක්ෂ ගන්න තීන්දුව.
We stand by the decision made by the party. We are not prepared to breach party decisions. We will stand by any decision reached by the party.
තීන්දුවට පක්ෂපාතී තමයි.